Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, depending on where you are. And welcome to this one off shit show. Or am I allowed to say that? I'm not too sure. Can we have a moderator in just to confirm whether we're allowed to say that or not? Please. I don't care who the moderator is. Anybody or anybody. Hope anybody in the chat. We got 6 likes and nobody watching. Don't you love it? Don't you love it? You offer these people a chance to air their views, their own opinions, as long as they're respectable, and no fucker turns up. Typical.
Yeah, but
hey, it's Causations. Sasquatch. He is here. Somebody's here. How are you doing, everyone? Fat Belly? How are you doing? This is a one-off. We don't normally do these sorts of shows, but with everything that's been going on over the last few weeks on this side of the channel, I thought to have an open sort of night where the trolls or everyone is free. And they can say whatever they like, talk about any crap they want to whatsoever. Hello, Fat Belly. I know it's you, mate. It's great to have a few people in from the States or to drop by. I can never work out the time difference. It's probably anywhere between 10 o'clock and what do you call it? 3 o'clock-ish. Something like that.
Well, depending on where they are, isn't it? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Anna Q, hello. Yeah, Hippie was in Sasquatch, but he mistimed it, so did the Silent Auditor. And we've got some feedback in the background, guys. I don't know who it is. Don't mind feedback, but it might upset a few people. 3 p.m. That wasn't a bad guess, was it, for me? I'm starting to get used to it. With the time difference. It's only in the early hours of the morning. Right. Oh, well, get that off here for now. There you go. So, for those who don't know, this is Lord of Audits.
Hello.
There you go. And that is Jay, the vodka sniffer. And that's Grandad. Now, Grandad's a really nice guy, except when you get on the wrong side of him, you got to run faster than he can hobble. Otherwise, he gets you with his walking stick.
Yeah. Well, I'll start it off then, Grim. I'll start one off.
Okay.
I must say, Mark Kelly made some real good views, and I'm similar to Mark Kelly. I try not to take sides if I can. You know what I mean? I do my best not to. I try to be in the middle.
Okay. Well, before you go any further, right, because there are people in the chat who don't know who you're talking about, explain who it is, who you're referring to. Even if it's just another creator. Or
it's just a YouTube guy who goes around the auditing channels, and he just generally says he's not on either side, and I'm basically the same. I don't like taking sides. I know you've got to sometimes, but in general, I don't. In general, I try to say neutral. That's the best word to describe
it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And I totally agree. However, on here, we've had a couple of people who have pushed a luck, shall we say, made a few wisecracks, and have had it go one way or another. People have misunderstood what is being said, and the dog's barking in the background. That's for those people who don't realise we've actually got a button here which says bark. No, seriously. No, there's a lot of crap floating around. Now, one of the things I've come across is having sort of wandered across the pond into the States and sort of dipped your foot in that end. I've come across the idea now that doesn't matter where you go, there's always going to be this drama going on. You know, hello Blackburn, Nicholas. I don't know. Should we pay attention to it? Should we not? You know, people move from one area of social media to another and then threaten to return. I mean, then come back. Let's face it.
Hello, Nicholas. Hello, Blackburn. Hello,
Hi, Blackburn world. Nicholas.
On both sides of
and
the Atlantic.
I can't say his name.
Caucasian Sasquatch.
That's it.
On both sides of the Atlantic, there is always going to be trolls. There's always going to be people who disagree with what it is that you're saying. There's always going to be people who will try and pick the bones out of things that you say, right?
Yes.
And then harp on it for months and months and months. And I mean, I come to the conclusion that you can have 4 YouTubers in one chat, and you can get 10 different points of view. Lord.
What are you doing?
Have you ever seen anyone go so red so quickly?
Sorry about that, guys.
Evening, Garen.
Oh,
yeah, that was funny, that.
I thought he was doing something in slow motion then.
Well, I thought he was about to say something, to be honest.
oh dear.
But hey ho, it's the way it goes. Hello, Gina. Thanks for sharing Sasquatch. Now, Sasquatch and I met quite accidentally one morning, and by the end of our conversation, he invited me to talk about the channels that we do. I'm glad he's come in because now he can understand when I talk about we. It's not me, it's everybody in the chat. It's everybody on the panel who comes in. Hello, Mrs. Meatball. Nice to see you.
Hi, Mrs. Meatball.
And we do have returning people. And I think they're a glutton for punishment sometimes. But that's enough of Jay's point of view.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, I have to take a week off after every live.
Yeah, it's an honour and a privilege, right, for Grandad to grace us with his presence.
Hey, I did turn up for the radio show, even if it was at the end.
Yeah, 10 minutes before the end of it. You know, it's well and truly advertised, except you never saw an advert. Yeah. But hey ho, that's the way it goes. Don't know
sorry,
what's
Grim.
gonna
Can I
happen.
just say?
Yeah.
It's Mrs. Meatball's birthday today.
Oh, wow. Happy birthday.
She's 40, apparently, according to Mr. Meatball, but I think she's closer to 30-something.
Right, okay. So, won't be that long before you get the card from the Queen then. What are you laughing at? You got yours last week.
I
did. Well, happy birthday anyway. I'm 34 centuries old. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to have to stop it because British humour does not necessarily translate well. But there again, it doesn't always translate properly when I talk, regardless of where you are in the world. Anyway, Blackburn, how's your foot? Hopefully it's going to repair fairly quickly. Yeah.
Don't mention his moist moon boot.
Moist.
Moist, yeah, moist. Moist,
Yeah.
moist.
Argument. How are you doing?
Moist.
Oh, excellent. So you got the day off so you can go to the Isle of Wight Festival.
The Isle of Wight Moistival.
Oh, there's too many of these moist jokes going around. Oh, so you've got to keep your weight off your feet.
Moist.
No, that'd be bad. Moist.
Yes, well, it's free speech, mate. She can say what she likes. And she does. Don't you? Moist. You like that word? Blackburn's moist world.
I moist, stop staying moist. Moist.
Well, you said we
what
can say anything.
What I'll do is I'll get her to do a recording, and I'll send it off to you. All right, and then you can play it to your heart's content. Listen, if no one's going to bring any drama in, that's fantastic. I love it. Right, but this is the one and only night you can bring drama into here. Any other time we won't have it at all. Moister than an oyster.
Moist.
Say that one.
Moist.
That one. That one. Who wants me to say that one? What's wrong with saying that one?
Now
That
say
one,
it.
that one, that one.
Now say.
Do it in a man accent.
Yeah, do it in a Manc accent. Moister than an oyster.
Moister than an oyster. Oh, that doesn't sound mank, does it? Moister
No,
than
that
an
didn't
oyster.
sound right. No.
Is that your 0898 voice?
Bring your line number. Normally she charges such much for this one.
Cheeky buggers. You know I do it for free.
0800 or free call.
Yeah.
1-800.
Thank you. So we've got lots of people watching, which is great, and a few people chatting away. And at the moment, we're talking about damp patches, moist
Oh, I love a bit of it.
areas.
Yeah. Sorry. Moister than an oyster. Is that how I'm supposed to say it?
Man, kids are moister than an oyster.
We don't get oysters in Manchester.
Hello, Aid. How you
No,
doing,
you get
mate?
crabs, don't you?
Shut up.
You get crabs.
My punchline. That was my punchline, you monkey. You beat me to it. You just get crabs.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the most. I mean, what can I say? Apparently, it spreads once it hits one mank. It spreads all over the place.
There's no stopping it. Oh dear.
There's no stopping the manx. Hey, how did he get in?
I'll be with you soon.
Right, as soon as he's come, he's gone.
You all right, Stango? Hope you're good, mate.
No, it's back.
Oh.
It's gone.
got
I've
to
just
behave.
I put him backstage till he's ready to come on. He can come back on himself, you know.
I've got to behave now. My
Oh,
master's
right.
here. Oh dear.
Why? You're allowed to say what you want, do what you want tonight. Tomorrow, back to normal.
Just bring Roger Rabbit back.
Say that again slowly and without breaking up.
Bring Roger Rabbit back.
Is that bring Roger Rabbit back?
Is this some kind of weird tongue twister?
Yes.
Bring Roger Rabbit back. Okay.
No, because Lord said Roger, so I said, his last name's Rabbit.
Oh, right. Okay.
Think about what we spoke about on the radio?
I don't know. I was too busy listening to the wonderful music I was playing.
Psycho killer, qu'est-ce que c'est? Yeah.
Dr. Dongalonga.
Dongalonga.
Hello, Ian.
All right then.
I ain't seen you for a long time, Ian.
Ian was in the chat last week. He said hello. Rubber
Yeah, well, I
baby
wasn't,
buggy
was I?
bumpers.
I don't know.
Oh, UK, how are you doing? Go on, say that. Sasquatch is actually writing in the chat for you to say things, Jay. You really caught
Me?
that. Yeah, you really caught
me
it.
Yeah, you.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
Yeah, you.
Rubber baby
Rubber-
buggies bumpers.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers. What does that mean?
Now
Rubber
say
baby
it quickly.
No, because
No.
that'll probably come out of something else. Rubber
No,
baby
say it.
bumpers.
Say
Rubber baby
what?
buggy bumpers. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. What's wrong with that?
Absolutely nothing. We just wondered if you could say it quickly.
All right, okay.
Say 1-1 was a racehorse. 2-2 was 1-2. 1-1
Oh, not-
1-1.
1-1 were a racehorse. What's the next line?
2-2 were 1-2.
You two were 1-2.
1-1 1-1 race and 2-2 1-1-2.
1-1 race and 2-2 1-1-2.
Now say it quickly.
No.
Hey, up, it's headshot. Behave, as they say. Everybody else is doing so. Yeah, we're all supporting Mrs. J. I would say the majority of us do, at the end of the day. She's an advocate for free speech.
Lovely lady. Lovely lady.
Obviously, we have to abide by the terms and conditions of YouTube and their terms of service, so we can't say too much. We're not allowed to. But other than that, we can say what the hell we like, can't we? I mean, I could turn around and say something very controversial and say, "Good evening, Paul. How are you?" No, seriously. I was listening to a show this morning, and dude, it was very religious, or it got very religious, and then they apologized for being religious because they were reading extracts from the Bible. Now, I personally have no problems with anybody reading anything out loud. I've got used to it, especially when it's in a Manc accent. In fact, that would be interesting. Reading the Bible in a Manc accent. It might make sense to me then. I think we'll have that tomorrow night.
Oh, no.
The Book of No, we won't have the Book of Jehovah.
You want me to do a few passages? Is that what it is?
Well, if you're allowed to in public, I don't know. Are you allowed to do a passage in public?
Gypsy auditor, forget that. Hippie auditor did. He used to recite the Lord's Good Book.
Yeah,
Hippie.
did, yeah.
Yeah, Hippie. That was the stream I was in. Stangu, if you can still hear us, you're only backstage, so that for the time being, bring yourself back on when you're ready. We'll have no arguments in here. Hello, No More Lies. Nice to see you. So, yes, you are unblocked, as you say. Yes, why have I been blocked? Well, I don't know the reason why you're blocked, but there's an amnesty, shall we say. The only things that I would like people to block is the auto bots that come in, filling us up with a load of crap.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So, you're more than welcome, No More Lies, to come in. I just don't want personal situations coming in, shall we say. Can we do that tomorrow, Jay? You do a few passages from the Bible.
What, like?
Or a few verses. I'm not sure. Did they call them verses, chapters, paragraphs? I don't know.
In beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void. Something like that. You want me to do something like that?
Was that from
Yeah,
the book of
yeah.
Genesis?
Yeah.
That's the first sentence in the Bible, isn't it? From what I remember.
But I have no idea.
In beginning, God created heaven and earth and Coronation Street.
EastEnders then followed. Before EastEnders, there was a program called oh God, what's it? It's gone now. It's gone. It'll come back to me. Carry on talking. Crossroads.
I love thy neighbours, he said, as we're talking about soaps.
I swear down I was modded in here. So,
Yeah.
no, right, okay. No More Lies 3. Hang on a second. We've got No More Lies and No More Lies 3. What happened to bloody 2?
Well, yeah.
I think the thing is,
El
you can have a
Dorado.
conversation with yourself. Do it. How are you? Thanks for dropping in. Appreciate it. Stangu's still in the background. He is going to come up. I'm sure he's got something to say. I don't know what about. Hello, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa Marie.
Hello, Lisa.
If Mrs. Meatball is still around, we've got to do a birthday treat for her. Nicholas is still here.
I think Coochie Saki J should sing Happy Birthday.
Well, I was thinking that, you see.
No. Happy birthday to you. I can't sing that. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah.
No, in a Manc accent.
No.
Yes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
There you go.
I do apologise for the croaking in the background. I'm not able to do anything with the sound. So that's the reason why I'm not singing. I couldn't do that at all.
Oh, I can do karaoke or out like that.
Right, now, this is where it starts. This is where the fun starts. Sit back and just watch people go at each other. One time only, folks. Keep it respectful. Don't want no effing and jaffing in the chat.
Oh,
Leave
but
that for the
stuff on here.
Oh, hang on. Birthday treat. Does that mean a gin? Well, you can have whatever you want to drink. No one's going to stop you. You know? Nutter's in the house.
Hi, Nutter.
Hello, Nutter.
Have you noticed that Nutter and Grandad has... Oh, he's gone. I had Nutter and he dropped out. Do you know what? I wonder if Nutter and Grandad are actually the same person because they look like it, don't they? Neither of them got any hair in their heads. And I couldn't put Lord in that category because he's actually lined up the camera so we can actually see the hairline. Yes, I can communicate with one finger as well. I just choose not to.
One finger I prefer to.
Grandad's coming back in. Stand by your bunk beds. You dropped out, mate.
I don't know what happened then. Don't know. It just went.
Well, I thought you and Nutter were the same person for a second. You both got the same hairstyles. Certainly.
UK transparency, you can bog off as well.
Hey, hang on. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I saw the makeup artist come in and powder him down, so it shouldn't be that bad. Listen, if we can't have a laugh with each other, then we've got a problem. And I think that's what part of the problem is at the moment across all this shit show of YouTube, is that people take things too seriously.
Seriously, yes.
You know, it's only bloody YouTube.
You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
Exactly. And one at a time, please. Make it even harder. Yes, everybody in the chat who's just come in, and those who haven't, be nice to Mrs. Meatball.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mrs. Meatballs. Happy birthday to you.
To you. Hey,
right.
40 bumps.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Mr. Meatballs has to do the bumps with her.
Caucasian Sasquatch. What is it you had to hunt down?
Oh, look at
Chicken
Slick Rick there.
biscuits.
Happy 21st, Mrs. Meatball. And then look at my shiny forehead.
Can I just say, yes, it may be Mrs. Meatball's 21st, but you're not saying whether it's the year or the century. I'm going with the century. But there again, I might get slapped next time Mrs. Meatball comes along and comes onto a panel and has a go, you know. So I wouldn't say that. Or would I? I do like the fact that it's somebody's birthday today. I'm so glad we went live. It gives us something to talk about, I suppose.
That's right.
I'm 34 years today, you cheeky monkey.
That's not what Mr. Meatball says. If you ask Mr. Meatball, he says something different.
Absolutely. I've never known a woman to tell the truth about their age yet. And I'm not being sexist. It's fact. I personally... Once they get past a certain age, you see, they forget to add the years on, don't they? I mean, Jay's going backwards now. She's reached the 100. Now she's going back down.
All right, okay.
That was
You're only 71 now.
Oh, cheers. Thanks for that. I'm glad you're keeping count. I've run out of fingers and toes.
What have you done?
There you are. She's explained herself. There.
Well, it makes a lot of sense. It really does, Mrs. Meatball. So, really, I would say that the joke is on Mr. Meatball from that point of view, but that's between you two. What's the hot topic? Well, the hot topic is this is really the first opportunity and only opportunity that people can say whatever they like. Everybody seems to be slagging everybody else off in the world of YouTube. I thought, well, everybody else has a shit show, so why don't I have a shit show for a change? You know, and give you a chance to see what you like. You know, as long as you're respectful-ish. No one's getting barred.
Hello, Rex. Hello, Rex.
Rex is in.
I've
Sorry, I didn't see.
For a bit grim.
Right, oh, you're eating, are you? Okay. Mute up and turn it off. Turn the camera off. So, yeah, I mean, I actually don't really have a hot topic to discuss. I just thought that, as I say, everybody else was on about drama. I thought, you know, why not? Oh, here they come. NHS porn bomb. Yeah, personal insults, yeah, I agree, but let's not ban people, please. Just time them out. They're going to be like that, you know. Oh, thank you, Gene. I can't have a shit show. It's not possible. Yeah, I like your avatar, No More Lies, but just be careful. We don't want it to look like you're taking the mickey out of the apes. Tango. Do you know what?
What?
Stango, please. Yeah. There you go.
You've timed him out.
That's why I don't write anything in the chat. Just in case he tries to do it to me. It looks to me like No More Lies. It's having a conversation with No More Lies. Yeah, I know what he's doing. I know exactly what he's doing, but it's still funny. And it's Stango. Oh, he's always got the channel that in the right way. He always looks after the channel.
Yeah, I hope you're well as well, Nicholas.
I've not heard from Nicholas for a long, long time. No More Lies. Nobody said you had done anything, I don't think. Or is that nope, you're not well, or you're answering something else there, Nicholas, because I'm not sure. What is the flat capers? Okay.
Flat capers.
No, cappers. Big up the flat cappers, innit?
That's what Sango was doing. He was sending everybody kisses. But still. So, anybody want to bring anything, talk about anything from the chat, or shall we just go back to some Bible reading?
No,
Whoa, no. Was that a no?
no.
Oh, all right.
I get a sore throat when I read the Bible. I'm not quite sure why.
Okay, no worries. What about reading out some lyrics? It's Indy. Indy's in the chat. Hello, Indy.
Indy's in the chat.
Indy, we're letting everybody have their say, do whatever they want, within reason. It's an experiment.
I start to smoke if you start reading the Bible. I can believe that, Indy.
All right then, so I'll get him smoking then. Yeah, smoking. And God said, let there be a firmament in midst of waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament, and divided waters which were under firmament from the waters which were above firmament. Right, that's enough.
Right.
I'll
For
start
anybody
speaking,
who
I've got to
thinks
start
we're
speaking
having,
in tongues now to get over that.
for anybody who thinks that we're having a go at religion, we're not. Not at all. Miss J, do you do impersonations of TV or movie stars? Only if they're from Manchester.
Oh dear. I don't know. I've never tried that. Why are you all picking on me? Everybody's picking on me. I don't like it.
Fire extinguisher for Indy, please. Storm radios and cats. Hello.
I am the Antichrist. I am an anarchist. Oh, sorry. Why did I start
I'll
singing?
send
that?
it out.
Sorry,
It's
she's
do
not-
Tunettes, folks. It's
I know,
Tunettes.
I just read somebody's comment.
Now, there's a good question. Should Buzz be accepted back with open arms? Just a question for the panel. Well,
Ooh, me and a buzzcock. I quite like them. They're okay.
the Buzzcocks.
I don't welcome them.
Not the
I don't welcome
Buzzcocks.
it. It's not open arms I welcome them with. It's something else, but we're not going there.
Right, so hello, Ash. I personally don't have a viewpoint on it because at the end of the day, everything it's open to everything. I mean, what people think of them, people as an individual. You don't have to view them. You can block what they say, so you don't see anything of what they say. It's down to the individual. You know, at the end of the day, regarding that, that's my point of view. I think what the problem is that I see is, regardless of who you are, you have to have respect. What I object to is when people think that they have the right to demand respect, regardless of how many viewers you've got or anything else, you know. But that is my viewpoint. I don't have any preference at this present moment in time because I've moved on so much since the days of me being in like Flynn, shall we say, because at one time I used to be a follower of BuzzTex, as everybody knows. Doesn't mean to say that I am now or I won't do. You know, I'm talking about respect for a human being. That's all. I'm not talking about personal respect. You know, personal respect is earned. It's not something that is given or should have a right to be given straight away. You know, I don't know about anybody else, but
No, you are on the right track, and I say the same. Yeah, you know, like I said at the beginning, you know, I like to be neutral. Is the word, if I can be.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it is hard, and you can get, you know, drawn in. Maybe I don't know. But again, yeah, I used to be a Buzz follower, I must admit.
Yeah, no, that's something which I actually said. You know, at the end of the day, we're all fighting against the same system, or we should do. You know, I'm not saying that people forget or anything like that, or they should forget, and it's respect isn't, and it's not a privilege. You're right there, Storms, Radios, and Cats. When I came moved away and became independent, I decided that I wanted to be independent and I would rather talk about what matters rather than getting involved in bitching sessions. And there are times when, unfortunately, my name or the Grim Reaper's name gets dragged into all sorts of things, because people think that one person is out of order, so everybody else is tarred with the same brush. You know, I think there's too much division amongst ourselves, to be honest, and different factions. And the sooner we realise that, I'm not saying that we should all be working together. I don't think that is the situation. I think we should all have the same. What's the word I'm thinking? We all have the same goal, so we should be working towards that. To be honest, that's my opinion. You know, but if people move around, that's fine. You know. So, but yeah, anybody else got any to say? Just out of curiosity, while I sort out an invite for somebody who's requested it.
No, I think you've covered it pretty well. You know, I mean, look how it used to be for me when you used to phone me up, and I'm in the street like a fool, going, "Yes, God, no, God." People thought I was mental, man. Well, I am, but you know what I mean.
Oh yeah. I agree. Indeed, I've sent that over to you. Anarchy, nice to see you. Anarchy Television. We're doing really well tonight. I must admit,
Yeah.
I do appreciate everybody who has come in, said hello. We've got silent.
I told you to wait a
well.
few minutes. I told you to wait a few minutes, didn't I?
No, you didn't. You never said a word.
You
never said a word.
Miss J, did I say to him, just give it a few minutes, they'll be in? I did. Right, rewind.
I did. Don't you understand when someone's taking a mick, even at this time? Yeah. Right. So I'm half expecting Indy to come up. Arguments. I couldn't agree more with you, to be honest. As a community of YouTubers, as a community of creators, we should try and get on more without slagging people off. Some of it I'll put down to petty jealousy. You know, we're all doing the same job.
Yeah, you just took the words out of my mouth. I was about to say that.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, by the way, we do apologise for the tunettes.
Sorry.
Jay just can't help it, you know. It helps break things up, you know.
The girl can't help it. She just can't help it.
And just wait for your device to connect, and then I can.
Well, I must admit, I agree with what argument just put about, you know, some people just think about number one. And
Andy, you've changed. Oh, he's gone. Andy, you've changed your avatar, mate. I know it's you, though.
The thing is, though, no matter what anybody says, it can be taken another way. It might not be the way that you mean it, and that causes a problem in itself.
Yeah, I mean, I was listening to a load of garbage which was coming out this morning. I hear Indy, and it was from one YouTuber to another, and it's just, when's it going to stop? When people start going to grow up, you know?
Well, don't you think the authorities are just sat pissing themselves laughing at him?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. No two ways about it. Right. Hello, Indy. First time caller. Are you there?
Hello. Is there anybody in there?
I think Indy's having a problem.
Of course there is. I'm inside your head already.
You. Oi, Indy, stop fucking about. How are you, mate?
Told you, I'm behind that hair that goes into your ear, whispering softly.
That hair behind your ear. Well,
I'm all good,
okay.
sort of.
Sort
Yeah,
of.
the hair behind you. You know the one you like to tuck behind with your forefinger.
No, it's usually
So
the
we're
middle finger
talking
that
about
I show.
division then, yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about division in general terms. Yeah,
All right.
there's too much of it.
Well, in my YouTube career, I've seen a lot of that. I've seen people talking crap about people, calling people out just to cause a bit of division within the group. It happens everywhere you go. It happens in all sorts of like places like this. You know, if some platform wants to dethrone them, that's the first thing they do. They attack them, and then the platform. To me, I've had people saying that I'm a heroin addict and everything, and I just laugh at them and think, dick.
Yeah, you've had a lot of shit, haven't you, Indy? Yeah.
Yeah, but they also
I'm like
algorithms.
I'll let it roll off my back.
Well, you have to. I've had people have a go at me.
Yep.
You know, and all right,
Mate,
the first time it
I
happened,
laugh
I
at them and tell them,
reacted.
if you've got the balls to come and say it to my face, feel free.
Well, that's it. A lot of it's keyboard warriors, isn't it? To be honest.
Well, yeah, but it's also YouTube. I mean, here's a cracking one. This is why knowledge is invaluable when talking to lefties. Just because somebody disagrees with you doesn't mean to say that they're a lefty. Yeah, I mean, I have that conversation quite often with Mr. Deegan. You know, for a long, long time, he thought I was a lefty. I'm not a lefty, I'm not a righty, I'm just me. You know, sometimes I'll say something
I get accused of being left
controversial.
and right, and do you know what I say? I say, no, mate, you've got it wrong.
I just turn around and say,
I'm down the middle. I'm for everybody, not one person, but it's for everybody.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. To me, I don't give a flying crap if you've got loads of money, you've got no money. When you got a disability, you haven't got a disability, you don't care where you're from. Because to me, it's all one race. It's all one human race. And we are trying to establish the right, not a privilege, but a right to have freedom. That's the way I see it. I stand on the back of free speech. I stand up for it. I don't have a major issue with anyone saying anything, but when you start being discriminative, I do. Because that's wrong in my book. Well, I'd rather talk to you about it. You know, I don't want to be having. I'm not going to start.
Well, that's like me. I'd rather
slagging someone off.
Nail out an argument with the person and say, well, what gives you the right to say to them? Find out their reasons, their motives for saying the things that they say. And if they haven't got a reasonable enough excuse, I'm like, mate, you're full of shit. You don't know me. You don't know where I'm from. So stop talking fucking crap, or I'll fill it. And that's it. That's me. Well, I don't tolerate that.
I keep getting told off because I can't hear what's said. And when I say told off, it's because I keep asking, you say that again? Exactly. Right?
What?
And it's Muppets like this one here.
Sorry, I've got to turn my hearing aid up to change the batteries.
Yeah. The trouble is, I wear hearing aids. I hope they're coming on now. I've got individual volume on my new ones. It's great. When someone's talking to me, I can actually mute them. Yeah. UK transparency.
UK transparency's
you're right.
got a good point there. It's the government that create the black and white.
Rich or poor. But yeah, you're right. It's the divides. That's spot on. But we don't, as a community, this is just going to sound controversial, but as a community, we enforce what the government has already done instead of standing together or uniting together. It doesn't matter what your bloody politics is at the end of the day. You can vote whoever you want for. The government's still going to get in. Newsflash, folks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've been saying that for decades.
And policies that are already in still come through when they've gone.
Yes. And probably this, in the last 3 weeks, there's probably been 3 or 4 laws passed in come into force because they were passed months ago or years ago, but their end date or start date is this year. You know,
yeah.
and then when you break the law, you don't realise you've broken the law, but ignorance isn't your defence. You know, which is a shame, folks. Everyone's scared of losing the penny. Okay, they're getting more than their neighbour. All right, okay, yeah.
But I sort of understand that, Grim, because you think back in the 40s, 50s, things like that, most people could leave the doors unlocked, you know, and because everybody had the same sort of thing, piano and whatever else, you know what I mean?
Now you leave your back door open, you come back to some. Well, you leave your back door open nowadays, you come back to some dickhead on your sofa smoking spice or something.
Yeah.
No, we're
Or
not
licking your
talking
TV or-
purple. We're not talking politics again. We're just talking in general terms and allowing people to say what they want to say. Everyone's, you know, I'm not having people banned for talking in the chat. I don't think it's fair. You know, at the end of the day, somebody's got something to say. Talk it through. Be respectful. That's all I ask. You know, if you talk, you might actually find you've got more in common than you actually think. I mean, after all, we're all bloody taxpayers, one way or another.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care whether you are claiming benefit, whether you're working, whether you're not working, whether you're disabled, got a disability, or whatever. I'm repeating. Who's got the sound on? I just think that we've all got a right to say, as soon as you go in, you buy something, you're paying tax on something. Doesn't matter where it is. VAT, tobacco tax. If you put fuel in the car, you're paying it on that. If you're paying for your gas or electricity, you're paying tax. You are a taxpayer. It's as simple as that. And that's the common denominator, you know. And your benefits are taxable. It's classed as income.
Yeah.
Because if you do get a job, that's what gives you your code, your tax code at the end of the day. So this is the reason why I'm saying what we all got in common. Let's look at what we've all got in common before we start being jealous of somebody else because they've got a few more peanuts than you've got, you know.
I'm jealous. He's got a drone, man, fucked off.
Say that again.
What?
I said I'm jealous of Indy because he's got a drone, and when I got one, it fucked off.
Oh, yeah, that's true, it did.
Wait, I'm jealous. I'm jealous that your drone fucked off and I kept mine.
I'm fucking jealous of the both of you because I couldn't afford one.
Right, yeah, I'll do you a favour. Right, listen, I'll solve the argument. Right, I'll send whoever lost their drone my old drone box. Right, put a brick in it so you think you're getting something, and then the other person that hasn't got a drone, I'll take a photograph and have the box.
Yep. Now that is what I think we all need, just a little bit of humour. I mean, how can you fall out with somebody like Indy when he's got a sense of humour like that?
Wait, listen to you, it's Mr. Twat, all right? Get it right. Come on, respect and all that.
How did I lose it, Ian?
Sir Twat, that's got a nice ring to it.
I was at work, it was Christmas Day, and I was just checking it out before the young person got up. And I thought, I'll let him have a go with it. So I thought, I'll get used to it. I put it up in the air, and it just went. It just left me. And it just flew over these fields.
I've got a story like that. I had a mate, and he kept on... I had a mate, and he kept on bugging me for this drone that I had, right? The drone cost, I thought, all right, I'll get a bit of money out of this. So I sold him it for £100.
Yeah.
He bought it off me, and then a few days later, I got my DJI. Well, he thought he'd be clever and off and start. I'm taking on his bike. I was like, all right, cool. Well, he's took it off. He's got about 20 foot in the air and it's blown. And when I mean blown, it's blown about 100 feet and landed on the roof of the bank.
Yeah.
So the next day I've gone round to him. I've gone, oh, I've got a nice new drone. He's gone, how much did that one cost you? I went about 600 quid. He was like, what? I was like, yeah. So what I'd done was I took the total piss and I'd done a flyover where his drone was. I landed on top of his drone, took a photograph of it, and then flew it back and go, I've got your drone for you. Here, I gave him the pictures.
Yeah.
He wasn't happy. He wasn't happy.
Oh, I can understand why, but
That's the sort of sense of humour I've got. Like, you know, I told him if you had a bit of fishing line and a bit of a hook, I might have been able to get it for you. I goes, but I didn't want to waste my battery and burn my motors out picking up something that's been sodden for last night. I goes, it's wet. I goes, it ain't going to work. So there you go.
Yeah.
What's that? If you are on benefits, you are an order follower. Like all. So I'm just reading the chat without my glasses, so I'm like going boss-eyed and everything turned upside down to read it.
oh, that's good. And you say I'm a blind bastard.
So am I.
Oi, mate, I walked into a door. Listen, you can't be as blind as me. I walked into an open door the other day, for fuck's sake. Not a closed door, an open door, a wooden open door, and I walked into it.
No, well, that must have. Don't tell me it moved several times before you hit it.
No, I was trying to pick the door in the middle, so I missed it. But no, I walked into it. Well, that's why I always got told. If you're drunk and you get into a fight, hit the person in the middle. So I thought, right, I'll go for the middle door and hopefully I'll miss it and walk past it. No, it didn't work like that. I butted it. That's what someone told me. They goes, if you ever get into a fight and you're really drunk and you take a swing at someone, make sure you hit the person in the middle. He goes, that tends to work. I was probably end up punching myself.
I see Stango's thing in private chat. Without working class paying taxes, would people still receive benefits? In my eyes, I'd say yes.
Yeah.
Probably would.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's listen. If someone is unable to work for whatever reason, they still have to live, right? Regardless, you know. And how can I put this? But they've got to get the money from somewhere. You know. Yes, you might criticize what they're spending their money on, but at the end of the day, that's down to them.
But then, who are people to criticise what other people spend their money on?
Exactly. I mean,
you know, that person's been given that money. They should be able to use it how they like. Like, I'll tell you something. I'm self-employed by YouTube. This is my job, sitting here talking crap to people, right? This is what I've gone down as, yeah? And basically, I can't get a job. I've been looking for 16 years. Nobody wants to employ me because what they do is they're clever. So I'll go for a job. I'll pass the first interview. I'll fly it. And then they'll do what they do a CBS, a criminal background check. And the minute they do that, I've got stuff that comes up from 10, 15 years ago. And that stops me from getting a job. So basically, when I get that second interview, I already know whether or not I've got it by the way, the manner and the way they are with me in the interview and the questions that they ask. And I'm always totally truthful. They ask me, oh, yeah, we've got this criminal conviction happening, blah, blah, blah. And I explain to them, look, I was young, I was stupid. You know, I had some problems then, but I've turned my life around. And people don't seem to take that at face value. You know, when I'm being genuine and I tell people, you know, I've done this, I've done that, but I've done it when I was a kid, they don't seem to take into consideration. It's taken me a lot to tell them that. Because most places I go now, if I get a job interview, I don't even tell them about my convictions because my convictions are spent. So really, they shouldn't, unless I'm working with children, vulnerable people, they shouldn't know my criminal background. As long as I'm there to do the job and I do the job to the best of my ability, who cares?
That's
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get stigmatized a lot.
I mean, when I applied for the job that I'm in now, God, 20 odd years ago now, I had to declare any criminal record. And when I put 0, nothing to declare, I was questioned about it during the interview.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, I haven't got a criminal record. And they went, we don't believe it. More or less, you know, it's like, not everybody's got a criminal record. Some of us are, you know, might bend the rules, not necessarily break them. You know, at the end
And
of
I'll
the
make you
day.
laugh.
But
See, when I've got a job, like I'm the sort of person. If you ring me up and you tell me you've got overtime, I'll be the first person there. Back in the day, I used to work 3 jobs. These were my shifts, right? I used to get up at 11 o'clock at night and I used to go to a place called Johnson's Newspapers, load up two vans, a Sherpa van and a transit van, be out there for 1, deliver all the newspapers around Letchworth, and on Saturday and Sunday I'd have to fill both the vans up twice. I'd finish there at 6. I'd go from there to Parcel Line. I'd work from 6 in the morning at Parcel Line. I'd finish there at 8, and then from 8 o'clock I'd go and do a little 2-3 hour job packing knives and forks for on-flight meals. And I used to earn what, £1,500 a week doing that. Well, I was all right, mate. I was loving it. I was rolling in it. But now I can't even get a job. I'm lucky to clear. Listen to this. YouTube is my job. I'm lucky to clear £20, £28 a month on people watching my videos. And I've had to go down this route because it's the only way that I can get employment through my own means and not having to rely on anybody.
Yeah.
But it really doesn't give you a lot.
And if people donate to the channel, they donate to the channel. But like, as you guys know, when people donate to the channel, it goes back into the channel. I spend it on travel and stuff that I say that I'm going to get because I'm not like most people. Do you know what I mean? I
know you do.
So what I say I'm going to do, you know, if I say I'm going to help you, I'm going to help you. It might take me a couple of days to get round to it because I've got such a hectic lifestyle with kids and God knows what else. But I will get round to you.
Yeah.
Well, I'd rather help someone than do them a wrong.
I mean, Stangoose just mentioned something. You know, if people didn't, hang on a sec, let me get it right. VAT would go up if more people are out of work. I tend to disagree with you, and the reason being is that VAT stayed at 12.5% for donkey's years before it moved up to a massive 20%. What they did though was that they moved the goalposts and put more things in that would you'd pay VAT on, and then they'd introduce taxes in the name of, well, if people pay taxes, they won't buy as many sugary things, therefore they won't be as obese as they are because they wouldn't be able to afford it. So it's all the hidden taxes. I mean, you go and buy fuel, then you end up with paying taxes upon taxes because you pay VAT on top of the fuel tax, which doesn't make sense at all. But it's the way that we unfortunately have to do it. We've got to work with what we've got and try and take it down somewhat one way or another. I mean, how would we cover benefits? Well, maybe even less would go into the NHS than it is at the moment. I don't know. Listen, the government could find lots of money to cover.
Well, I'll tell you how we can cover benefits. I've got a way that we could cover the benefits. Stop putting £5 million up a day for all these hotels, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And bump that back into our economy, because at the moment our economy's screwed big style. For the last 2 years and everything else that's gone on, settled down. You know, the Bitcoin's just recently folded at 20 grand as well. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a Bitcoin person. I don't know nothing about cryptocurrency, but I keep an eye on things. And if things come up, I'll take note of that in my head. So that must tell you something there. You know, the banks, some of the American banks, they've fallen to pieces as well. But we should start with the homegrown stuff. Do you know what I mean? With all these people that we're letting in, this shouldn't be it.
Let's be honest. Can anybody tell me in their lifetime, have they ever known the government to give money to people like they are doing? I haven't. The last thing that they ever did, what I can remember, was the Butter Mountain.
Mate, that's just to shut everybody up. That's just to shut everybody up.
Yeah.
It's called blood money, mate. It's called blood money.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, we did have lots of excess produce, right? And there's nothing wrong with this produce, except it sort of like run past its sell-by date. So what do? They throw it out to people, and it's always the ones who are on the low income that get it. I'm not saying that's wrong, right? But at the end of the day, why do they get second-rate stuff? surely they should be entitled to have that when there was loads of it anyway at a reduced rate, same as everybody else. You know.
Well, I personally think you see all the fruit and veg and that's on its way out in the supermarkets, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And any food like that, that's good, you've got a shelf life and a sell-by date, yeah. Usually they have to get rid of it by the shelf date, so a day before they'll get rid of it. I reckon all that food there, instead of destroying it and wasting it, they could put it into like the homeless projects and that, and feed the people that really need it, like the vets that are sitting on the street that have served in the wars in Afghanistan and that, and the people that really genuinely need it. Because what I see going on at the moment, it fucking sickens me. I'm sorry to say, but it does. There's people out there that genuinely need the help, and they're just getting the fingers and laughed at. That's all they get.
Yeah.
And then you've got all these fuckers that are coming across the channel, which the French have been paid to keep them there, mind you. Yeah, they've been paid to keep them there, but they're giving them fucking boats to come across in. People over here are dying because of that, and they don't seem to understand the severity of the situation. Me and Chris we were in Bristol the other day, and I saw it firsthand, and I was like, holy fuck. Do you know what I mean? Every hotel we went to, it was secured by security. There was no proper guests there. The car parks were full of cars, but they were only security.
Yeah, I mean, one of the problems I've got, and I've said this a number of times, and I'll keep saying it. I never thought that I would ever think along these lines, but I think it's about time we actually got our own house in order. We've got people, we've got homeless, and in this day and age, and I quote that unquote from the coppers, obviously. In this day and age, why have we got homelessness? Okay, you're going to have some people who don't know anything else and they prefer. That's their choice. And I'm not
and you do get that. You get people that rather live on the street.
Yeah. Right. So if that's what they want to do, then that's fine. Right. But give them the opportunity to have a roof over their heads. Right. Let's put a stop to these so-called landowners, landlords, including hotels, who charge a fortune to only have certain types of people, shall we say. Of course, they don't discriminate, but if you are unemployed, you're on benefits, although they can't say now, they're not allowed to say no, nobody claiming state or benefits can apply, can have a roof over their head with a private landlord. They think of another way around it. They do it a different way. Oh, no, I'm sorry, you're not suitable. You're not what we're looking for. And that's all they have to say. It's the same if you apply for a job. If you've got a disability, they can't discriminate against you legally. So they do it a different way and suggest, and they say it a different way.
Yeah.
I mean, Stangus, I wish you put it in the chat rather than in the private chat.
In the private, yeah.
The problem I've got with supermarkets giving away food is it's so close to the expiry date. When you do get it, you've got to cook it on the day, or it'll go off. But,
but
it's better than nothing.
Yeah, well, there's a simple thing for that: freeze it.
Yeah, if you freeze it, you can't freeze everything.
If you can freeze it, that's what I do. If I buy something on a day and it goes out of date, I freeze it. Food banks, they no longer exist. They're folding it right as we see.
Yeah, just remember though, there's all the misshaped food what they grow, what don't make it to supermarkets. But where's that going? Nowhere. They should just bin it.
Yeah. You want to know where it goes? It goes into the big bin, mate. Because I used to do a bit of land work. I used to pick courgettes and stuff. And basically, if they've got ones that are damaged even slightly, you know what I mean, like the little brown bruise you get down, they'll bin it. They won't even bother keeping it because it's not worthy of their supply.
Even like a carrot, if a carrot's bent, that don't get put on the shelf.
Oh yeah.
Well, I did it one time.
They'll see it's not fit.
Yeah. But there's nothing wrong with the food itself. Why don't they start?
No, it doesn't affect the flavour of it.
No.
Mate, listen, I'll tell you something. Yeah, when I was home, I used to eat out of bins. When I was living in Richmond, yeah, I used to live under this underpass, yeah, that was sealed off at both ends, and I managed to get myself a barbecue. And every night for about 7 months, like a fucking king, I was eating sock fillet. I was eating everything. Do you know, all they used to do is they used to go over to the bins and throw this blue dye in it, but all the stuff was in packaging. So all I used to do was I'd wash it off, I'd get the steak out, I'd cook it for myself. That'd be me, mate, all evening, loving it.
Yeah.
Big dirty
Yeah.
ribeye. People be like, what did you have for dinner last night? I said, I had a ribeye steak, but you're hungry. It's just like, yeah, I had a bin, mate.
Yeah. I knew a guy that used to go.
I used to love doing that, mate.
Yeah. But sometimes just put in a US
Yeah.
government have caught on to people living in campers and cars, tiny homes, gas prices are up, and some cities are giving folks in tiny homes grief or saying that their homes are illegal. Well, I can't speak for the USA, but I can honestly say that I don't like the fact that our bills have more than tripled in price just because of a so-called scuffle between two countries, and that's the excuse.
Yeah.
You know, I went to get some cat litter for the cats, and I usually get a 30-litre sack. I love the way they put litres as a weight, but 30-litre sack of recycled wood chippings, pellets.
Yeah.
And it costs about 7 or 8 quid. Not one is that it was in the place. I asked when they're going to get some in, and they said it comes from the Ukraine, and that's the reason why. And I turned around and said, so now they're blaming that on the Ukraine situation.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it's any excuse, you know. We can't be asked making some or whatever it is. You know, there's a shortage. I'm not saying there's a shortage, but the shortage is caused through people, first of all, bulk buying, right, and being selfish. And secondly, because, yes, fuel has gone up, and there's a lot of lorry owners, independents, that are no longer able to operate because it costs too much, because their wages don't increase. Then they can't charge sky-high prices because it's just not right. You know, they can't do it, but they're expected to make a living, you know. I mean, when was the last time your wages went up 54% like your fuel bills have? You know, I think everybody is now now feeling a lot less well off. Whereas at this present moment of time, I would say we all need to stand together. You know, you take care, Sasquatch. Great you being here. Everybody go over and have a look at Sasquatch. It's got a nice channel there, nice and
you take care, Sasquatch.
Caucasian Sasquatch. But what can I say? I think we just got to work with what we've got at the end of the day and do our best. You know, I'm not using anything as an excuse. There isn't. We've seen an increase in charges go through the roof in recent years. You know, also Silent Auditor. He does some nice stuff as well. You know, feeling the pinch, purple spliff. Good idea. You know, but why? You know, governments. I don't care which government you're in. You fall under. Use disability, homeless as a way of attacking people and also as causing division, which brings me back to what I was talking about originally, to be honest, is let's have less division and more working towards one goal. As a community, we can question what the hell's going on. We can do it within the terms of service. You know, we've got a website that we can all use. Just let me know what you want. We'll do something. We'll highlight it. We'll talk about it. We've got a radio show where you can all come on. You can all talk about things through Skype, where there is total freedom to say what you want to say and to discuss it. Listen in to the radio show. I'd rather have more shows going on and have more people involved than to have an auto DJ playing music constantly. So, if there's anybody who wants to highlight something, they want to come on board, please do so. More than happy to sort some slots out for you. This is our community. I'm fed up of it being battered from within. I've got to be honest, too much division, not enough people working towards things, in the right way. Ash, you want to show you? Come on, not a problem. I don't care what your political background is, who you align yourself with. It's not about that. This is where the respect comes in, folks. Respect for each other. And if I'm rabbiting on, tell me.
No, you're not. I mean, it's like the circle of people, and everybody knows who I'm talking about without saying anything. But in the groups around the different chat things and YouTube and that, we do all help each other. We do try to do things for each other, and people's done stuff for me. I've done stuff for other people, and that's how it does it. Grim's done stuff for me. You know what I mean? It's balmy. It's balmy how they are. Indy's done stuff for me.
Oh, Indy's done stuff for everybody.
You tried giving me something, mate. You've done more for me than I have for you. So shut up.
No, this is when
our friends have gone people's lives and give them grief because they've given you grief. Yeah, because at the end of the day, the people I affiliate myself with, if people are giving them shit, and I don't mean to sound patronising, it's a bit hard for them to deal with. I'll jump in. I don't give a shit. If I get a slap, I'll headbutt the person back. I don't care.
Hey, we don't promote violence in here. Even virtually. Jay, you've been quiet. Lord, you've been quiet. What's going on?
Lord's gone to sleep. He has. He's put the mic up. You see, Lord's about all the time, but he just turns his mic off and goes to sleep.
I'm quiet. I'm listening.
That's fair dues. This is the thing which I encourage is discussion. Everyone's got a right to be heard, and if you disagree with someone, then you disagree with them. My biggest concern is the fact that the fat cats just get fatter. At the end of the
Someone
day.
say the fat word.
The fat cats. I'm showing my age. Not many people remember that, but look, there's too much bullying going on within the community. There's too much jealousy going on within the community. DeWitt, you've got a very good point. Some of it I'll agree with. Some of it I would disagree with. But that's my choice. Doesn't mean to say I don't support you as a person. Why should I? Why should I fall out with you because you disagree with something I say, which I think is right? Well,
that's it.
Peace, love, and unity. I agree, but let's face it, we're never ever going to get you what I would put as utopia, because that's what we're out for. That's what we want ultimately.
It's a way.
We've got to take it step by step. And the first thing we've got to do is to sort ourselves out as a community. Hello, you woken up now, have you? Oh, he's gone.
I moved it. Oh, I've woken up again, yeah. Phone call as well.
All right, fair enough. Mr. Meatball, put MPs on the
Yeah,
wage
if
of
you
a
wanna sort
teacher
out
or
a
a
commu-
nurse. Yeah, totally agree.
The deal
Sorry.
works that are in the community.
You've frozen, Indy. I think you're about to drop out. So, have you got any viewpoints, Lord? On your
Yeah, these
ivory
donuts
tower?
are lovely.
There you go. Most important thing of the day.
Viewpoints on what are we talking about?
In general, who's to blame for the shit we're all in at the moment? Is it down to the government? Is it down to rising prices? Is it down to the fact that the government like pitting people against people? Is it down to immigration? Is it down to the little canoe boats that keep coming across the channel, etc.? Who's to blame? If there is anyone to blame.
I think it's just an accumulation of things all happening at the same time. But not monitored very well by our government. Personally speaking.
Hello, John.
You got a new motor? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was thinking. You're not the only one. There's a big swamp thing out there. It needs draining. Get to the bottom. All the MPs are all at the free money taxpayers gravy train. Well, yeah. Well, that's what it's all designed for. You know, I'm all. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against capitalism. I'm against the fact that why is it that we're the ones that are the ones always paying for it? Have you noticed even your water bills going up through the roof? I mean, for Christ's sake, water's free, but in some areas you're not allowed to put a bin outside to collect it. You know,
What's a water bill?
oh, of course you don't pay it.
No.
Storm radios and cats, thank you so much for coming in. In fact, I just want to say thank you for all of the guys who dropped in from across the pond. It's really nice to see you in here. You know, and giving your viewpoints as well, because we don't always see the same way, and I think that there's a lot in common, more in common than we realise. I think, to be honest. Certainly the grassroots. Indy, you seem to be back. I think you just dropped out.
No, I switched cameras, innit? I don't like the camera on top of my laptop because it doesn't work properly. Well, it does, but I just don't like it. But the other one, it shows me closer up, so I like it. I don't know why.
Oh, it's vanity, that, mate. Vanity.
I'm still not finished in here yet. I've got a few other cameras I've got to put up soon.
Okay. Multi-shots.
Yeah, well, say if I'm doing a podcast, yeah, and I get fed up with sitting here, I can move over to the sofa. There's a green screen, but I want a camera facing there, so I don't have to take this one out and put another one. I can just plug it straight in.
Right, so just swap around. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah,
I'll catch you. I'll see you again. Storm radios and cats. I've no doubt I'll catch you when you're live over there. I've just got to remember about the 5 to 8 hour difference depending on where you are. I don't know why you can't hear Indy. I think everybody else can hear Indy, but Indy,
Yeah,
can you
I
speak
can hear
again?
him.
I think he's jammed up again.
He's jammed up. No,
I can't hear me. I don't know why. I just can't.
He can't hear you either. Yeah, he's great at doing the portrait. By the way, he just sits there, stares at the camera, doesn't move. But yeah,
Is that Independent Free Press? Is it, Indy? Is that who it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
19. Oh Jesus! What's the other bit? 1916. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Irish
Indy?
freedom. That's what you've got to remember with the 1960s. Irish freedom. Basically, it was the year of the Easter Uprising in Ireland. when the Brits went over to invade and they got run out of Dublin.
Right.
My
They
name's all
ended up
about
with the
freedom.
North.
That's what the 1916 is. And no, it's not the year I was born, neither, if you think about cracking that one.
I wasn't going to say that. It'd be wrong anyway. It wouldn't be 19, it'd be 18.
Well, mate, I would have done.
No, I think that one went over his head as well. Not often. It's not often. Hello, Peter. How are you doing? I think you think that I have superpower. Eh? What? Okay. I'm not sure whether to take that as a compliment or whether it's supposed to be a sarcastic comment. I'll take it as it sounds. Rasta, do you want to come up and say hello if your internet?
I've got a superpower.
What's
apart
that?
from your job.
It's called Wind. IBS. It's really good. Keeps people well away.
Oh,
Brilliant
that's the reason why you
superpower.
got very few. That's the reason why you got very few mates.
Yeah. I just keep my friends close to my enemies. What I do is I give my friends a gas mask and I give my enemies a plastic bag and tell them it'll work. Just tie it up.
Yeah, Rasta, if you want to come up, I'll pass you the link over when I can find the link myself.
You're quiet, Jay.
Yeah, I'm not doing too much to nets, am I?
No.
This is all too serious.
Come on, Miss
for me.
J. No, go on. You must have some points of view on stuff.
Yeah, on stuff, but not on what you're talking about.
Oh,
Right.
it's got no vodka in it. That's why we're not talking about vodka. And the different aromas.
No.
Vodka. I've got some in the fridge, actually. Be nice and chilled now.
Chilly Willy, that's vodka snorting for you.
Well, that was a cartoon, wasn't it? Chilly Willy, when we was kids. We called Chilly Willy.
Wherever you... That was in Hull, wasn't it?
No, it was a penguin on telly cartoon.
Oh, right, okay. I thought you told
You won't get away with that these days.
No. There's no freight brigade to be out.
Oh, there's a live stream up. It says it's all starting to fall apart. People are actually finding out the Ukraine thing is political.
No, you're breaking up there. Sorry.
I said, right, I just repeat what I said. Someone's got a live stream up here. The name of it is It's All Starting to Fall Apart in Ukraine, and Zelensky knows it. So basically, everybody knows it. It's crap now, don't they? If it's falling to pieces.
Oh, right. Well, we knew that anyway, right after the word go. I mean, hang on a sec. We had 2 years of something else, and they needed to put something else in place. And
it was just another distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but you notice the other things
the best they
slowly
could
creeping
was
back.
getting an actor to play an acting role. That's it.
Anyway, can I just divert slightly away from the politics for a minute? Because Ian has just put something in really nice. I think Jay has a lovely tone and accent.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, thank you very much.
Can someone pass me the bucket?
No, I know it.
I knew you'd say that, Bryn.
just watch that Ian Southam. If he asks you to want to see his puppies, that's when you got to worry, right?
What? So you'll say, show me your puppies and I'll show you mine.
No, because my puppies are really bigger than yours.
No, don't think so.
Jubblies.
Don't you believe it?
Don't bring your jubblies into this.
One sec,
please.
I'm going to make a coffee. I will be
No
back,
worries, mate.
I promise.
Ross is going to try and come up onto the panel. No guarantee it's going to work because his internet connection isn't always brilliant, and that's down to outside sources. I mean, if I could get to a point again where we could start to trust people, we could start throwing the link out. But I don't really want to make it. What's the word I'm thinking? Subscription only. Because I think that causes a divide between those who are subscribed and those who aren't. Although, obviously, now that we've reached a milestone on this channel, I'd like to see the subscriptions increase slightly just so that we can get a community page and put more crap out there. Yes, we've gone over the 300 mark, which is absolutely brilliant. And I would like to thank everybody.
Fantastic.
We never have a figure in mind of subscriptions or anything like that. Or in views, although we are steady in the views so far, so that's good. I say we because that's what it is. We. If anybody wishes to disagree with what I've just said, that we're not we, then you know where the front door is. Don't let it hit your ass on the way out. No, I'm only joking. So. Now that we've got away from the subject of politics, I think we should now talk about something which is really trivial, and that is Tiddlywinks. Anybody know how to play that game?
Yeah.
Because I don't. I don't see the point in it.
Well, I don't see the point in it. Well, you get it in there first, don't you? It's one
Get what in there first?
I don't know whether it's the tiddle or the wink.
Trust Grandad to bring the tone down. Usually it's Jay.
Oi!
Oi! See what I mean? Oi!
Down, down, you bring me down.
Hey up. Hey up.
I thought you were going to start singing. I thought you were going to start singing Status Quo then.
No, singing
Down,
Stone
down.
Roses. Come on, I'm a mank. It's got to be Stone Roses, isn't it?
Stone Roses.
Stone Roses, yeah. I want to be adored. Sorry.
Tiddlywinks are pointed. Okay. Now I know how to spell it as well. Nah, these I mean I can understand the game of Monopoly. That makes perfect sense to me because that's about gaining material stuff and being the landlord and all the rest of it, and beating the bank. But Tiddlywinks, that's something totally different.
Yeah, but it's just if you was red and I'm blue, if I get all mine in the pot before you have won, that's it.
Not a great fan of Tiddlywinks, and I definitely can't stand monotony.
Peter Pope, information is free till I charge. You can say that about the libraries as well. Information is free in the libraries, providing you go in. What have I started with Tiddlywinks? Jesus.
Tiddlywinks.
Yeah, sorry, D-Wit. JCC's Fridays only.
Yeah, tomorrow night we're going to be having. I don't know because what's going to happen tomorrow night? We never plan anything. In theory, it'll be more chilled, more relaxed, less politics, hopefully. I don't know because I think it's Jay's going to be running tomorrow evening.
Oh dear, Emma. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'm sure I mentioned it to you, but I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. Chances are I probably didn't.
So should I do
Lord of
JC
Orders.
and his wife then instead? Let's try that one.
Diddy winks. It's not a good subject for your radio show. Well, I'm not doing a radio show. I'm talking all about whatever.
Tiddlywinks.
Tiddlywinks, that was it. Yeah, thank you. I'll tell you what, guys, you should. If only you could see what's going on in the private chat. It's hilarious, honest. It's not as funny as what's going on in the main chat, though. I must admit. Yeah. I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who's in the chat for being so respectful to each other. You see, respect does work. Just got to guide people. Wolf lovers in the house. There's no ladies and there's no gents in here. There's only us. I just point that out.
Hello, granddaughter.
Oh yeah, we got the old git in the online on the stream. So nice to see him. Apparently he's a bit warm, so he's dressed down for the occasion.
That's right.
Whatever you do, do not put your camera on. You will not be allowed back on the air.
Hey, I've got big. I won't say that.
You nearly dropped yourself in it there. And Nicholas is still here. Nicholas, because you don't say much in the chat, it's very difficult to know that you are here, to be honest. I've got to be honest.
I'm just seeing a new headline that's just come out.
Go on.
Brits at risk of losing free prescription after rule change, which is state pensions. If you've got a state pension, you could lose. You might have to be charging for your prescriptions.
Oh, well, that's it. They're going to pick on everybody, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, they took away the £10 bonus one year, didn't they? You know, the Christmas bonus. And they had to reinstate it. Now they're looking at taking away free prescriptions just because, I mean, at the end of the day, why are they doing that? Because it costs a fortune. You might as well buy a season ticket, so to speak. At least it looks
that's what
cheaper.
Yeah, that's what I did when I was working. Yeah.
But once you're, of a certain age, I'm sorry, you paid your debt to the country. As in, you've paid in. That's what it was all about. You know?
Supposed to be.
Yeah, that's what national insurance was all about. It's supposed to take care of you when you were old. That's it. You know, you look after the government for all them years, and then all of a sudden, you're not able to do much, and now you're having to, pay out more. NHS is doing it slowly but surely, privatising. Yeah, well, with our government, it wouldn't. It just take an act, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And a big for sale sign up there for Microsoft to walk in the door. Well, you know enough about you. You might as well know what your health conditions are as well. Andy, have you heard that? Just breaking news about the free prescriptions being taken away from
But mate, doesn't even bother me because I'm not a pharma customer, so I don't take no medication. Even if my leg was hanging off, my eyes hanging out, I'd rather get a spoon and pop it back in myself than go to the doctors.
Yeah, but that's you. I'm talking about the people who do.
It's a shame for people that. Yeah, I was going to say it's a shame for the people that rely on their medication. Like my Sue, she has to get a prescription every month. It's a shame that they're taking all these things off of people that have been given to us over the years, and now all of a sudden it's been deleted, taken away because of other things.
Yeah.
Other things which
I'll give it another 4 or 5 years, and there'll be no National Health Service because most of it's been privatised anyway.
Yes. Yeah.
You look at things like Macmillan Cancer, all them, they're little splinter groups. They're all the privatisations of the NHS. They're the little off businesses that they're making loads of money out of.
That's right.
Yeah, they are. They're making substantial amounts of cash out of them.
Oh no! Well, it's like the managers and that of the NHS and stuff like that. Last week there used to be a manager of a carpet shop. You know what I mean? They've got no idea. It's balmy. It is balmy.
Is India vampire? No, but I'll definitely sink my teeth into you if you want to start being nasty and abusive. Just to let you know.
Oh, it's so nice to have someone who talks around in circles on the panel, just like Indy does.
So I know what certain community this person's from.
Well, I don't. So
let me give you a bit of enlightenment. Then there's a guy. He's an idiot. He's from Grimsby. He's caused a lot of kerfuffle in the community. His name's Midnight Foot Soldier, total tosspot. That's one of his cronies.
Oh, right. Okay.
So, I've got a big, massive size 10 pair of Nikes with your name written on the front of them. So if you're nasty, I'll put one of them up your hole.
I don't get involved in that. Again, I think that's just...
No, but neither do I. But I don't want people bringing shit to your channel, and you
get these people. So. Indeed, believe me. If anybody brought shit to the channel, you'd be surprised how many people would be rushing, and I do mean rushing, to put them out, shall we say?
Guess what? Yeah. I've got the teeth, but guess what? You haven't got a show to watch now because you're being rude and abusive. So, Graham, I'm going to kick him. Is that all right?
You time him out, and then if he comes back again, he gets kicked.
I'll time him out. That's more fun. That's more fun because I can time him out loads. Then, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I don't want anyone banned because it just means go unban them, and I don't want to unban them. It means I've got to work.
No, that's fullness of the block list. You do not answer. You keep them there.
At the end of the day, you want to.
I must have about 70,000 Harvey Prices on my block list.
Yeah, but the thing is, if people want to come in and they want to start having a go at other people, right? If they are respectful, and I use that in loose terms, then that's fine. You start making it personal.
I pre-warned him if he was nasty, I would get nasty back.
Yeah. If you're going to be nasty towards people, I
pre-warned him because I knew he'd come in and cause controversy.
And if I kick you, you don't get back in. So
same as me, mate. Once you're on my block, you're still staying there, mate.
We all need an awakening. Where is the start? Well, that's a good question. First of all, you've got to stop people from falling asleep. And
Paul, I totally agree with you.
And stop believing in the propaganda which is put out by the main news people, because it's a load of crap. 9 times out of 10, I don't watch the news. I don't listen to the news. I don't even read the headlines anymore. But I don't take my news from YouTube either. I'll listen to what people have got to say, and then I'll do my own research, and I'll have a look at it. And if I make a decision that I agree or I disagree, that is my decision. But I want to have the freedom to be able to do that, to make my own choice and have an informed choice. I don't get that. For the last 2 years, freedom of choice was taken out totally. And we lost that battle because people
Grim,
fell for
just
it.
so Grim, just so you know, this guy's a troll. He's got multiple accounts.
Okay, that's fine. They all add to the analytics, apparently.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Yeah.
See me, I'm one of these people. I'd rather not have drama in my chat. One comes in there being a dick, I'll get rid of him straight away because it just messes up the equilibrium of the chat.
Oh, well, he's not going to cause any further problem at the end of the day because.
No, I blocked it. I've timed out on both accounts now. I get the message. If not, I'll be knocking you out for 300 seconds again every time you open your trap and say something nasty. You're gone. You're out of here.
Yeah, well, that's the way to do it. We don't have any drama. I've never known us to have drama, to be honest. The only drama we've ever had is when I've given it. And that was a once only.
Stop giving drama then. Stop giving drama, man.
Oh, stop. Behave. Go watch BBC.
Get on EastEnders, man. There you go.
Oh, did you see? Brain. Go BBC. Go to EastEnders. I love you, Indy. You're such a smart ass.
I love me too. It's great, isn't it?
Hello, UK medic. How you doing?
Haven't seen you around for a while, UK medic. Hope you're good.
Oh, UK medic, you're so funny. So funny. That's the first thing you say. Lovely guy, lovely guy.
Yeah, but that's not the proper UK medic, is it? Is this a different one?
No.
Oh, okay.
UK
He's
medic.
Probably the idiot with multiple accounts. This is probably the same guy.
UK medic has been around longer since April. Believe me, and that is not your UK, not your normal sign.
And do you know how I know that's not the real UK medic? Because the real UK medic isn't blocked. This one is, funnily enough. No, I'm not mates with GGM, so I don't know where you got that one from. No more lies. I don't speak to that guy. I haven't spoken to him for many, many months. So get that one out.
Yeah, that's a fake. No more lies.
Yeah, I'll just put it out there.
Yeah.
There's loads of fakes and frauds on here, man. These people, they must have nothing better to do other than set up multiple accounts.
That's my fucking head.
There you go. That's Susie letting bellow.
Yeah. This is a one-off. This is the only time that you're going to be able to come in and have a go. If you start doing this again from tomorrow, the mods will do whatever they normally do. And
I know, Mr. Meatball. I'm well aware, mate.
Yeah. You see, most people here are blue, and there's a reason for that. They've demonstrated a number of times that the fact that they have no allegiance to me personally, they have an understanding of what it is we talk about, at the end of the day.
I know Ash it is.
Ash, I think I understand what you mean by that. There's a difference between free speech and a difference between hate speech. All right, and trolls tonight, you get a night off. It's your one chance to show whether or not you believe in moving forward as one or not. At the end of the day, Yeah, and I'm not. I don't want to get involved in who you support, who you don't support. I don't give flying crap. You know, it's about respect, and it's about respect for each other as human beings. If you haven't got that, piss off. Don't want to know you. But tonight, there you go. Is hate speech or what? Is it hate speech or speech that I hate? No. There is a difference between free speech and hate speech, Ash. If someone was to have start having a go and being discriminative towards a group of people or an individual, saying that they look like something or someone or a group, that is hate speech.
Have you noticed though? They always come on and say the same crap. They never say anything different. They've always got just personal insults like my teeth or the fact that I like to smoke a bit
Exactly.
of herb, but it just makes me laugh because they've got nothing on me whatsoever.
Indeed, I opened the doors up. I invited this myself. I didn't know where it was going to go. I don't plan anything. You come along, great, no problem. You're more than welcome, And now we've got Bear Britain arse. Oh, Gordon Bennett. I think if you return tomorrow night, I think you're going to be having some fun, Indy.
Bear Britain's arse. That's a bit original. I'm just going to say something. Right. I'm self-employed by YouTube, yeah. The job centre are fully aware of what I do and what I do because I pay taxes and I put in tax returns and stuff like that. So what? I don't need to hide. I've got nothing to hide. So I know they've got a limited vocabulary, yeah. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. It just makes me laugh how narrow-minded and stupid they really are.
I'll get it, yeah. People had a go at me originally, believe it or not. I don't mind. I didn't mind then. I just don't want them having a go at the people who put a lot of work behind the scenes into this channel and into the website, into the radio show. I just don't want that to happen because they really have put a lot of work in to get us to where we are. And we've gone through a lot of shit. And I take my hats off to them. One of the reasons why we decided that we'd have more mods than anything else. We know who they are. We know who the true supporters are.
Mrs. Meatball, they've just come in because I'm in here, probably. But have you noticed?
No, she was in before you.
Huh?
Mrs. Meatball was here before you, mate.
No, she's saying, where have all the trolls come from? I'm like, well, they've only just seemed to appear since I've jumped on.
Well, I don't.
And all the insults seem to be aimed at me personally. So it's just weird.
Yeah,
it's funny.
I'm glad of that because usually it's my forehead that cops it.
Well, yeah. That's true,
listen, there's nothing wrong with forehead, mate. Trust me. Look, if you're that bothered about it, when I get my haircut, I'll send you that bad boy. Look. You can stick it away across the front. No one know the difference, mate.
Yeah, I'd like to know.
He might be losing it, but I'm growing it by the. So what I'll do is I'll copy the phone. I'll send all the audience some hair. There you go. Then you've got nothing to take the mickey out of.
Hey, does that mean we can start calling you often?
I'll even send in the double-sided sticky tape so he doesn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, Wolf Lover, you have to let us know when you're next in a
gamer, send it to whoever you like, mate. I'm not bothered.
Yeah,
it's all screenshotted. Good for you. Keep it.
I don't have a problem with people screenshotting anything, by the way. Yeah, Wolf Lover.
I'll get my moves out next. You can have a screenshot of that and
I will do eventually, honest. Indeed. Do us a favour. Let's finish what I'm trying to say. Wolf Lover. Yeah, let us know when your next hunt is, please, so I can run some things off for you, some promos, etc. And I'll sort that out for you. Not a problem. Right. Can I ask someone to be respectful? You know, yeah, I know that's not 50-year-old gamer. I know 50-year-old gamer, and that's definitely not you, mate. But you're welcomed for tonight and tonight only. You know? Well, actually, I should have finished 10 minutes ago because I was only planning on doing it till 10 o'clock. And I know they're all going to get down. And they have been. Thank you very much.
You've just been
Cheers,
porn
thank you.
bombed in the comments.
They've all gone.
I'm just saying that there was a
Yes.
very provocative picture.
Yeah. Right. That's fine.
Close down the stream. Yeah.
Yep. Doing that now.